make a couple of quick videos about some vocab terms. The first one here, we can talk about atoms or elements. And the word atom comes from the Greek word atomos, which means indivisible, that you can't split it up anymore. Originally what people thought was, how if you took some kind of matter, like maybe gold, and gold is what we would call an element. We have a little over 100 elements on the periodic table, and all substances then consist of these elements. So these are like the elementary substances. So we have gold, and we have silver, and we have hydrogen. These are elements. And Democritus said, well, if you just keep taking like a sample of gold and you keep splitting it up forever and ever and ever and ever, you would get down to a small particle that you would never be able to split up, and he called that an atom, which meant indivisible. So you would have just a single atom in this big sample of gold. And that's kind of right. You get down to an atom, you will still have what you could call gold. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that still retains the characteristics of that element. I'll say that again. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that retains the characteristics of that element. However, an atom is not atomos, which means indivisible. An atom actually can be divided up into smaller things. We'll talk about those later, but those are some subatomic particles. An atom consists of protons and electrons and neutrons. Okay? But if I split that atom up into the particles, then I no longer have the element. I have a bunch of particles, because all protons, whether they're in a gold atom or a silver atom or a hydrogen atom, all protons would be the same. All electrons would be the same. All neutrons would be the same. So an atom, again, is the smallest particle of an element that would retain the characteristics of that element. If you split the atom up, you can no longer say you have gold or silver or hydrogen. You would just have different particles. Hope that explains that difference.